Hi there. Today is a great day in the Kenya's financial and securities market. Reason being, the Central Bank of Kenya has launched a digital trading platform, in essence, for its central securities depository, dubbed Dhow CSD. Guys, this CSD platform is actually live for all users, Android users and also iOS users, which by the way is a massive undertaking because it has been an ongoing conversation for almost a decade now. And this particular platform has been in development for the past 3 years. Of course, we also, sometime 2017, the government tested borrowing in the local market at scale through M-Akiba, whereby people were able to also partake in trading government bonds through M-Akiba, whereby with just 3K Kenya shillings, you are able to purchase these government bonds. And in just 5 issues, the government through the CBK was able to raise 1 billion shillings. Of course, through that, the government was able to get some lessons and also feedback from investors out there, most of the retail investors who take a huge chunk of government bonds were able to inform CBK on how to develop an online platform, which is a big shift. Because of this online platform, we are talking about potential for scaling up government investing in government bonds and also government getting a wide breadth of offering to masses out there. Let's talk about that in this video. You are all much welcomed to the Money Daily YouTube channel. My name is Afagza Sifuna. And by the way, if you are new here, kindly consider subscribing to this channel. Down below there's a button called subscribe. Click on it, turn on the post notification for you to be subscribed and also be getting such awesome videos each and every day. Thank you for subscribing. Having said that, guys, this platform is very massive because it is a huge shift from traditional investing in government bonds and also treasury bills. Most of our bonds, we're talking about people are required to physically go to the CBK relevant counters, get some endorsements for them to be able to partake in investing in these government bonds. And also the entry threshold was quite high, even though over the years it's gotten low and low, because right now it's talking about you having 100K Kenya shillings, and even for some out there, you having 50K Kenya shillings, you can be able to invest. This platform also is going to assist us be able to widen the breadth of investment. Right now, guys, we are talking about the government being quite in a fix because with regards to debt. Of course, most of the times, the one given visibility is the external debt, it being upwards of 4 trillion. In the same breath, also, local debt is about 4.7 trillion. And the government is seeking ways to actually do two things. First of all, continue borrowing more so locally and even so repay its obligations. This platform is going to assist open the conduit of seeing how best to juggle these both things. And with that, for you specifically as a potential user out there, whether an individual who has money to invest or even so, whether a retail client out there, for example, SACCO, banks, private entities, you name it, what are the advantages of you using this particular platform and even so you investing in government bonds, treasury bills and other offerings by the government through the Central Bank of Kenya? Number one is that through this platform, the government is going to be able to expand access and offerings to many people. As I've said, guys, before it was a very tedious task because people used to go out there to actually execute bids manually. With this shift, everything's gonna be easy. And even beyond that, we're bound to see also there being a come up or crop up of a new breed of potential investors. And I'm saying so because traditionally, most of the big investors in this particular space were actually those big retail investors. Talk about banks, talk about pension funds, which in fact hold range of about 80% of government offerings out there. In other words, holding about 80% of the 4.76 trillion borrowing locally. With this particular digitization, with an online platform, we are bound to see there being new entrants, local individual investors and potentially people in diaspora who possibly could put down money on these government offerings too. Secondly, there is actually comfort in knowing this is a guaranteed return. What do I mean? You could be sitting there juggling different possible investing opportunities. And the good thing that, guys, we are talking about what we've recently seen being a very competitive guaranteed return. And I'm saying competitive because last year, the average return on government offerings was 13%. In fact, it was higher compared to the equities market. Talk about the stock market, shares out there, and even so, also higher compared to the property market. That is how well the government offerings performed last year. So we're talking about a case whereby you can jump on this particular platform, also partake in trading or even so investing in government offerings like, for example, bonds, and be sure you're going to get a good return. And the good thing that given is government, it has quite a high financial muscle. It is as a near guaranteed return as it can get. And then, guys, the third advantage of this particular platform to you as an investor and generally investing in government securities is that we are talking about faster turnaround time. Before, people were actually manually going to place bids, and it used to take a lot of time, right from verification, you getting guarantee from a local bank or secondment and so forth. But with this digital platform, guys, we are talking about things happening with just a click of a button. In other words, you opening an account, in essence, this CSD account is going to be fast digitally. You placing bids is going to be fast. And you're talking about potentially cutting out these brokers. Think about the big investment banks out there. Think about any stock brokers out there. You're going to have the potential of cutting them out because you're going to invest directly. And also, with regards to faster turnaround time, you also going to be able to cut out all these things around endorsement because this particular platform is going to find a way of verification and even so tying to any relevant requirements out there. And then the fourth advantage of this, and actually this is going to be very massive, is the potential of Kenyans in diaspora investing. With the previous model, it was a huge challenge in that Kenyans in diaspora couldn't invest in government securities. Reason being, it was a requirement that you go there physically. Even so, think about it. Someone in the US, someone in United Arab Emirates, someone in the UK, thinking about investing in government securities and sending person to the counter to do 1, 2, 3, 4 is very tedious, as opposed to them just logging into the internet and then being able to open this platform and placing their bids. So you're going to see a big game changer with regards to even Kenyans in diaspora being able to invest through this new government trading platform or government investing platform anchored by the CBK. And then relating to that, and the fifth advantage, most of us as a country, we are also bound to see there being potentially increase in the inflow of foreign currencies, more so the US dollar. And I'm saying so because as a country, one of the most pain point or pressure point for us has been how best to get the dollars, because a good number of our loans, more so those Eurobonds, are actually denominated in USD. In other words, when you are given a Eurobond in a given foreign currency, typically in the USD, you also have to repay that particular Eurobond in its particular denomination. You are given in USD, agreed on interest rate, you have to pay back in USD at agreed upon interest rates. And of course, with there being dwindling in the dollar market, we have seen increased pressure. That's why also partly the Kenya shilling has been losing against the US dollar, because the pressure has been enormous, and also the debts which we have been calling for us to think of ways to invest and also get that foreign currency into the country so that we can be able to pay the debts which we owe different countries out there. And I think through this particular platform, Kenyans in diaspora can be able to invest also in government securities. And even so, the Central Bank of Kenya governor was talking about this recently, and even was talking about government potentially thinking of a way of floating Eurobonds locally. In essence, getting those particular government bonds out there where people can buy straight up using USD, so that the government can be able to get inflows of USD to take care of maturing obligations. But I think this platform is awesome for all of us out there. What do you think? Do you think the new Dhow CSD by the government of Kenya through the CBK is a game changer? Do you think it's going to open up the market for many investors out there? Down below, comment. Let's continue discussing. Cheers, guys. I look forward to share with you other awesome videos next time. Bye-bye, and you all stay safe.